My journey came from actually going into therapy. I wore a mask for a very long time, and with wearing a mask, I was covering up who I was. I was hiding behind the drums, and for me, I really wanted to find myself. I was a very broken man, and that for me really changed me when I went into therapy. So from going into therapy, I started to write in my book, and that allowed me to discover that journaling is actually something that really helps your mental health. So then from there, I thought, okay, let me come up with an idea for men to journal.
And you talked about going into therapy, but what I wanted to focus is what drove you to end up going into therapy and why did you realize you need to go into therapy?
Okay, so I went into therapy because I had a very, very hard childhood, a very hard upbringing. For me, I came from a broken household from the age of 7. So my mum and dad split up, and that really impacted me. A lot of black households, black marriages, they do get divorced and they split up, and it does affect the kids, and it really affected me. It affected my identity. I struggled with my identity in myself. I struggled with my self-confidence. I struggled in school, and for me growing up, I wore a mask majority of my life, and for that, it then allowed me to then go into breaking my celibacy from a very young age. I lost my virginity at the age of 15, and from that really changed me. I then was chasing girls. I was then going around, sleeping around, and that really affected my life. So from there, it then allowed me to then say, okay, do you know what, I need to do something about this. Around the age of 22, I got engaged. I tried to prove a point to my dad that I was nothing like him, that I could hold down a marriage, but I didn't even know who I was. So after doing that, I said, you know what, I need to do something for myself, and I went into therapy. And therapy really allowed me to uncover who I really was for myself.
Wow. Following on from that, Journal My Journey is just such a powerful brand. At what stage did you say, I need to start a company that centers around empowering men to write about how they feel?
It's funny you say that. I didn't have the plan to actually start a business. For me, I just wanted to run with something that I felt like God invested in me. So I was just like, let me just get 200 journals over here in the UK and just see if that goes. Within 6 months, I sold all 200 journals. And that then allowed me to see this is actually a business. This is actually a movement. This can actually be something, because there wasn't really a market targeted at black young men for them to journal. There's people out there that are targeting black young men to help them, but I believe that a lot of black men don't want to talk. They don't want that support. They need to find themselves first. So that's when I came up with Journal My Journey, because it allows men to be able to write in their journal and find themselves, and then look back at their journey and see how far they have come in life. So that allowed me to start up a business, and it's been going really well so far.
Yes, so in 2022 you started Journal My Journey. You've sold hundreds of journals. Not only that, I see your face on posters all over the country.
Yeah, it's shocking. It still blows my mind, because it came from nothing. It came from me being broken. I believe when you're in a really broken place and you try to find yourself, that's when your purpose comes out. And for me, I found my purpose by supporting men's mental health, because my mental health was very depleted. And it allowed me to uncover so many different things. I now have a community of men that I talk to. For me, I don't believe in just selling journals. I believe every person that buys a journal is a partner to Journal My Journey, because that means that they're a part of the vision to change men's mental health. They want to see a change for men's mental health. It's very interesting, because a lot of mothers buy journals for their sons, and then their sons get in contact with me, and we will have transparent and vulnerable conversations where we will talk about life, and we will try to just see what we can do. And I'm now partnering up with tutors, with therapists, with life coaches and mentors to help these young men to find themselves, and it's been really going really well.